Robert is the officer and he stops you, you know, give and take that interaction, and, you know, they take a lot of things in perspectives. You know, if you've never had a citation ever before, most likely you're going to get a warning with the idea of, hey, slow it down versus a citation.
Right.
Because we do not police for profit here, we police for the community in a sense, and when you start writing law citations, and that's why there's this stigma, some people are like, oh, you write for profits. We actually don't do that. There are places that still do that, we just don't do it here, and I don't want the reputation that Evansville used to have as being a speed trap and a lot of stuff. So they have some leeway, but pretty much if you're in the residential area, if you're doing 10 and over, the majority of those citations are written. If you're on the highway, there's a little, you know, they take a little more officer discretion out there. If you're doing 12 over, 14 over, you're certain. If you're missing suspended, you know, if you're a suspended driver and speeding, you're getting.
That's Leo, I said he's my kid too.
Speeding and say your insurance, you don't have a current proof of
Today, no, I'm
insurance.
just kidding.
It's just in the house, a month ago, you're probably getting a warning, hey, make sure you get the stuff in.
Because you can call it in and find out if they got insurance.
Pretty much.
My couple.
Huh? Yeah. Then you're bad boy.
I know how this works. There's pluses and minuses to having that reputation, and I would tell you that it's better to not have the reputation than to have it.
Yeah.
Especially, okay, like in today's world, nobody wants to be caught. So if you have that reputation, it struggles recruiting quality people. And that's a big portion of what they changed. Was quality officers.
I'll get this station.
We had some turnover, we had to do some adjustments. This administration.
I'll grab one or the other.
Well, they didn't care about that stuff. And, you know, it's when you're doing shady stuff. So somewhere you've got to have that balance.
For last.
My door's always pretty much open.
Unless I'm in the middle of some emergency events.
Did you see how?
I'll show you some text.
Oh, that'll be nice.
So obviously she watched.
Are you better OSHA conditions?
Didn't you say when you were just doing the door? You had just said that to Dad.
That was
Because he
yesterday.
was drilling, no, it was today, 'cause he was drilling. I'm like, where's your safety going?
Well, yesterday we were grinding the nails. Sparks.
Might have something changed.
I want to do this. And then off and everything. So then
We're just sitting down,
Today,
all
yeah.
far, it sits right up here.
But you,
That's not doable.
And then there's a, like, a 4-foot sidewalk that goes.
no,
across
when he
that.
was drilling,
So we'll add
it
another
was
4
a dead hole.
another 4
Oh.
on there. And the mailboxes will be further back, the ones that are sitting back.
I was safe with that. Really was what you're doing. Door down.
What is it? Father get glass.
Oh,
That's what I
no.
asked how far you go.
Yeah. We're paying attention. He went up the side of the wall.
You go to the Sinclair, yeah, okay. Wednesday.
Northbound.
Hope we head out front, you know? Hope we head out front. What are you looking for?
Okay. Her truck's here.
She's at the fire station. Put it in your front.
So we're good to go.
She'll come back to it.
As long as they let her.
I had to go by there after I looked for one.
Call to order the regular council meeting for the town of Evansville. May I have roll call, please?
Mayor Chad Edwards.
Here.
Councilmember Deja Edwards.
Here.
Councilmember Greg Busbeck.
Here.
Councilmember Phil Gerke.
Here.
Town Attorney Scott Murray.
Here.
Chief of Police Mike Thompson.
Here.
Fire Chief Tim Olson.
Here.
Public Works Director Robert Levy.
Here.
Town Clerk Janelle Underwood, the rest of the citizens.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have a motion to approve the agenda.
I motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 1, consent agenda, approval of the minutes for the regular meeting of September 11th, 2023. We have a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I move.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 2, discussion of the animal control fees. This discussion is brought forth this evening. The municipalities in the county are all trying to work together, and we've been asked to kind of get our fees in line so that it's more cohesive across the county with different municipality and jurisdictional fees. So tonight we're going to discuss that. Do you have anything additional you'd like to add, Mr. Westwick?
Well, just attending the task force with Metro, there's a big push for us to get coincided, be cohesive as far as our fee basis. So I told them I'd address it to the council and we'll have discussion.
I'll go ahead and kick off the discussion if that's all right with everyone. I was looking at the fees side by side and seeing where we differ from the fees in Casper. One of the ones that stands out to me is the relinquish fee. So our current relinquish fee is at $200. It looks like everyone else is settling in on $60. So I do think that would be a reasonable change to entertain. Really just for the well-being of the animals and everyone involved. I wouldn't want somebody to not be able to afford that fee and choose an alternative than doing the right thing, giving up their animal to shelter work and care for it. So, my thoughts there. As far as our registration fees, we are a little bit less than what Casper and the other municipalities have out, although I do feel that's beneficial to us. In my opinion, that's one of the reasons we've been so successful in our registration program is that our fees are less. So I like that idea. I would be less inclined to change that. And the fact is that we take in our own fees anyway. That's not something that Metro collects for us. We collect our own fees here. So that wouldn't cause any confusion at that point. So there was an interesting thing I think that the other municipalities have on their books is they offer a spay or neuter and chip license fee for an animal at $0. I like that idea. I think that would encourage residents to have those boxes checked with their animals and for zero cost. I think that would be a good thing. So that would be something that I would suggest that we look at. I guess that's my thoughts on the subject. Anybody else want to jump in?
I would second that thought on the relinquishment. I thought that was a bit higher than the others as well.
I would have to agree with that. I think it's better than having them just dump them on the street or something. I agree.
And the thought process behind Metro task force is they don't want to make it inhibitive for anybody not to relinquish their pet. So just for that reason, people can get disabled or allergies, or there's a number of reasons. So, I could fully support meeting the proposal here that the other municipalities in the county has proposed here.
In regard to the relinquish?
Yes.
Anybody have any other thoughts as far as the annual licensing fees or any of that, those components?
I think the way that you suggested it, I think is awesome. And I really do like that they coincide with your rabies tag, so basically it's there for 2 years, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. And I agree with that.
I think it makes life easy for all of our citizens as well as our enforcement component.
Absolutely.
We require the rabies vaccination in this way. When you get your rabies, you get your registration. So,
I agree.
okay, the only, I think that's all I got. Anybody got anything else on that topic they'd like to throw out? All right, well, if council's amenable to that, we can look forward or look at drafting an ordinance to look at potential changes in that fee structure.
Adopting a resolution.
Resolution, yes. Yes, we're set for resolution.
Is there anything that you wanted to add to that,
Chief?
Chief?
All right, well, we'll move forward in that direction. We'll need a motion to bring that forward. All right, next item up is council updates. Does anybody have any council updates?
I've got a few. I just ran our new plan for the mailboxes on, you gotta tell me the name of that street again. On Platt.
Yes.
Anyway, our plan is to turn the boxes around so that they face the street. And then there'll be a cement pad to drive up on instead of the gravel with the potholes, so we have to drive it now. And hopefully we'll get that done this fall, but we'll also put it up for public comment here in the coming days. So in case anybody has any objections or thoughts just want to make sure we do it right. The rail crossing on Curtis, we're about 2 weeks out, about 7 days ahead of time. The company will put out cones and let us know exactly what day they're going to do this. It's going to take 6 to 8 hours. So the street will be closed for 6 to 8 hours. So basically, the public's going to, and the fire department, everybody's going to be inconvenienced for, a day, which I thought was pretty reasonable. I was thinking it might be a week. So, and the benches are up in the dog park. And again, I'd just like to remind everybody to scoop the poop. Make sure you pick your poop up. So, anyway, we're cruising ahead on all that stuff and doing well. Okay.
Great, thank you. Any other updates this evening?
Oh, last meeting I reported, Stone King picnic shelter had a heaving concrete, and that's being addressed by Public Works, so we look forward to get that remediated.
All right, move on to public comments. Do we have any public comments this evening? Public comments? Public comments. All right, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
All motion.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 7:12.
Oh, numbers are-
He's up there, he's looking at the clock.
Well, correct. Public comments, remember?